short sleeve Sampson, Robbie the Giant Arujo.
Everyone see me? I know I'm short, but yeah, bro, you're in trouble when you get up here. Oh, so I can lift you now. I still can't do that. So I'll hopefully make this short. So I can't say anything good about short sleeve, unfortunately. He's a dad, he's a father, he's a husband, he's a son, he's a role model. To me, he's been my mentor since I met him 7 years ago. Everyone always has their person, their trainers. I had Bob Evans, and I also had short sleeve. Bob taught me a lot of in-ring stuff. What short sleeve brought to me was learning how to be at a show, how to present yourself at a show, how to react, just traveling from show to show, off days, how to not get in trouble. Instead of going out drinking at bars, this one's drinking an energy drink. We'll have a show, we'll get done, we'll go to the hotel, everyone's going to bed. He's getting ready to go to bed, he's got his jammies on, and he's drinking a Monster. 2 minutes later, he passes out. What I've learned from short sleeve is how to respect and appreciate the chances that you have. From being at a Mike Sparta show. Sparta! From doing an NEW show from Mike O'Brien to a WWE show, which fortunately I've had the privilege of doing with Sampson recently as of last year. And I took an awful picture, I'm sorry. But also, too, I want to say I've had a lot of good matches, bad matches, great experiences. But probably the coolest thing was last year at WWE, being able to sit next to him, dressed up like JBL and Jerry the King Lawler, doing commentary on a pre-show pay-per-view for the WWE. That's probably one of the greatest things I'll have to say about him, and always be thankful that he gave me that opportunity. Unfortunately, last year, this old man wanted to retire. But luckily, he found a good businessman, and now he actually co-owns Midget Wrestling Warriors, which we're actually going back on tour next week. But with that in mind, I always get ribbed by the boys for calling or having a type of relationship that we have. So with that, I'd like to welcome the new inductee into the 2015 Hall of Fame for New England, my dad, short sleeve Sampson, Dan DeLuccio.
Wow. I had this whole thing in my mind. I don't believe in writing scripts out, but I had this whole thing planned that I was going to be short. And Mr. Intensity was already. I was going to use the verbiage and saying I was going to be short, and Robbie just did that. So we'll just sit there and take that all and throw it out the window, and I'm just going to have some fun. You know, a few years back, when we were filming Hulk Hogan's Micro Championship Wrestling, we had done the whole season of filming TV. And before it was ready to air, we had to go back down to Tampa, Florida, and we had to do some retakes on some things. So I remember flying into Tampa. It was late at night, and got to the hotel room, got a chance to say hi to all the guys, say hi to all the production crew and everything like that, and get my schedule for the next day. and going into my room to try to get some rest before our early morning start. So I go into the room and I'm, winding down and everything, and the hotel that we were at was right on the water, right on the Tampa Bay. It was beautiful. So I figured, you know what? Let me go outside. I had a nice deck. I go outside and I noticed that by the light on the deck, there were a lot of bugs flying around. So I decided, me being OCD, let me shut the patio door because I didn't want any of these bugs sleeping with me that night. So I'm enjoying the view. I'm enjoying the waves come crashing in and everything. And by the way, I happen to be there in my boxers. But it's okay because it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. We got, after spending enough time out there, I figured, you know what, let me go get some sleep. So I go to open up the patio door, and it won't open. I'm trying harder. It's not budging. I'm looking at the door, and I'm realizing that the security bar that some real great brain scientist decided to install on it happened to fall. Did I mention I'm standing there in my boxers? I'm about 7 stories up. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's nobody around. I'm looking inside, and I can see my cell phone sitting right there on my bed. What the heck am I gonna do? So scoping out the options, I'm realizing that the next balcony is not that far. This is either I'm going to make it or thank God production's here. Either way, it's not going to waste. So I jump on the plastic chair and I'm able to jump from my balcony to the next balcony. Success. So I'm like, okay, let me hope and pray that this door is open. The lights were off, great. So I go to try the sliding door and it slides open. Excellent. So I go inside and I'm closing the door back and I turn around and I see a silhouette in the dark going, ah! There was a woman sleeping in her bed in that room. It was dark, bro. So I sit there and I'm apologizing like crazy as I'm running through her room in the pitch black. I get to the front door, I go to open it, and she's got that deadbolt thing sliding on top. Now granted, if I had shoes on, it wouldn't be a problem. It was just out of my reach, so now I'm not going to sit there and go back to the woman who's already petrified in her bed, asking her if she could open the door for me. So I sit there and I'm able to jump up and I slide the thing open, so I'm still apologizing. I shut the door. Success. So I go next door to my hotel room. I go to open the door. It's locked. Now I got to go downstairs to the hotel lobby and get a key to get into my room. So I go down there, and the guy behind the front desk, I tell him that I locked my key in the room, and he's like, do you have any ID? Bro, if you let me get into the room, I'll give you the ID. If you want to come up to the room with me, I guarantee you that none of the clothes in that room will fit any other hotel guest here. So fortunately, he did that, got into my room. The next morning, I asked production if that happened to be one of our guys' or girls' room and found out it wasn't. Needless to say, I still have no idea to this day who that person was. And to this day, I'm sure that woman is wondering if she was dreaming or if she was awake. But in this whole thing is that all of us here today are part of an awesome business that we call professional wrestling. And the one thing that I am so blessed with is I get a chance to live a childhood dream. All of us are fans. All of us are marks. I'm the biggest mark there is of them all, and that's why I'm here today. But the thing about it is that none of this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the fans. If it wasn't for the promoters that sit there and take the time to run the shows, the fans that come in and support us show after show, night after night, month after month. And it's because of them that I'm able to live this dream. So thank you so very much for you guys who are here right now. I want to say thank you so much to Joe Bruin for this honor. I really appreciate it and everything. And for me, this is my home. I don't live here anymore, but I was born and raised right here in Providence. I went to high school about 6 blocks away. You know, so to have this at home, it's humbling. And, you know, to be with friends and peers and people that I came into this business with, and to have this this opportunity to share this, it's so humbling. To have my mom and dad here, and you know, for them to be here right now, it's such an honor. And you guys took this bratty jerk of a kid, and you guys did one hell of a job. So thank you. To my wife and daughter who sit there and support me through this whole last 16 years and everything. For my wife who allows me to go on the road and play with the boys. You know, and while I'm doing that, you're making the sacrifices of being a single mom, and you've done an awesome job raising our daughter. Thank you. To Robbie, I appreciate all your kind words, and I'll tell you what, son, you're going to be in timeout come next week when we're in Calgary. Once again, guys, I'm so humbled, I'm so blessed, and thank you so very much for this honor. I really appreciate it. My daughter says this one quote, and it's so true. Time wasted having fun is time well wasted. Thank you.